Happy New Week.
Glory, glory, man united.
Welcome back to News for You. My name is Tracy. He is Chimp.
Glory, glory.
We're on form to inform, bombarding with no warning. Let's get started.
Lost.
Bye. Let's get started.
Thank you. She said thank you.
I said bye.
Let's get it. In the headlines, Besigye in court again.
Mr. Update laid to rest.
Government 5-year plan.
Say no to hate speech. Let's get started.
Prominent lawyers Martha Karua and Arias Lukwago gathered at court-martial to represent Dr. Kizza Besigye, to which we saw the prosecution requesting to amend the charges, adding treachery as one of them, right? And adding a co-accused who is attached to the armory, right? And that is Dennis Ora.
Crazy.
Imagine that.
That's crazy. This thing keeps changing every day.
Keeps on changing. They keep on getting more people.
More charges.
Yeah, they add. So, yeah, man, you come with 2 lawyers, they say, hey, we can add more cases. So it's crazy.
Anyway, as this unfolds, we will keep you guys posted. Former Kawempe North MP Mohammed Segirinya was laid to rest on Sunday in Butale in Masaka district amid some significant tensions. So NUP had rejected the proposal from Parliament to have an official ceremony, and then they also had their own ceremony. They accused Parliament of politicizing the funeral, so they had their own.
Hey man, I can't with Ugandan politics anymore. This is where politics has to stop, because someone has passed, We need to honor the deceased. It doesn't matter. What's here doesn't matter anymore to the family. And to his loved ones.
Agreed.
It's really just honoring the individual and making sure that, the family is okay. They're in the right state of mind.
They feel supported.
This doesn't feel like this.
If anything, it should bring them together as opposed to creating all of this ruckus. But obviously, he was still laid to rest, and there were calls for unity and just respect for the deceased. So may his soul rest in peace.
The Uganda government has unveiled a 5-year plan to transform Kampala into basically a smart city. Right? One that is livable, one that is free of crime, right? Free of congestion, free of pollution, and one that Ugandan citizens can say, you know what? I'm from Kampala.
In 5 years?
In 5 years, right?
Wow.
So just imagine, a city that is free of all of that traffic.
Yeah.
And things are organized, right?
Or just a city that's livable.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
No petty crime. Your window can be
You don't
down,
have
you
to
can
worry
use your
about
phone.
walking with your bag in town. In town, then where they just snatch your earrings.
They snatch earrings in town.
Yeah.
What?
So now imagine a world
snatch
without
wigs.
those things. They snatch, even the necklace. They can pull it off your neck. You're joking.
So yeah, man, these persistent issues are the ones that they want to cover. They want to eradicate all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So this can then become a city that, we can,
smart.
Yeah,
and we can be proud of.
We're proud of it. We want to be in here.
Yeah, so the Minister of State for Planning, Amos Lugolobi, actually came forth and stated that having a revamped metropolitan area is going to enhance our economic growth by enhancing productivity across various sectors.
And we
tourism,
love to see it, man.
All of them, yeah. So Uganda is going to be...
It will be up there,
if
man.
they stick to this plan for the next 5 years. I look forward to the results.
Everybody would be okay going to work without traffic, so we'll be very early.
We'll feel safe.
Exactly. If you have a meeting somewhere else, you don't have to go 2 hours beforehand.
Exactly.
You can go 30 minutes at a time, get there on time.
And if it rains, you don't have to worry about
so that
the
they
borders.
can
If they have
stop
an effective transport system.
So that they can stop asking us, are we on German time or Ugandan time?
What's that? What does that mean?
Like Swiss time, German time. They're always on time. But the Ugandans come 2 hours for a meeting that was, those kind of things.
I don't understand, but okay. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, has come forward to say there needs to be accountability when it comes to managing online hate speech as well as harmful digital content. He basically said that they need to be regulated, but however, them being regulated is not the same as them being censored. Regulation is protection, not censorship.
There's a famous quote, right, that states, all failure is psychological until death. This only means you only fail psychologically when you are allowed to fail. Now, online, people go and do what they have to do, People are showing what they have to offer, right? And if they do fail and it's pronounced through hate speech, someone might not want to take it on again, So we're nurturing a generation of failure, because of hate speech, right? And that's the thing. Everybody wants to go to the comment section to say something negative. No one wants to go there and say, Tracy, I love your makeup. It's, it's good. Or Mark speaks so well. Or I love.
It's always you're forcing accents.
Exactly. It's like
guys,
there are 3 accents in there.
It's called code switch. Wait. It's called code switching. Learn about it.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Just ask. I mean, I also went and I wanted to go and comment.
Twitter fingers,
right?
I'm
like, you know what? I don't have to do this.
Feeding hate with hate is just because it's a bigger fire.
So it's basically positivity is what we need to be sharing out there. But then what sells is negativity online, and we know that. So we just need to find a way to regulate this.
Absolutely.
I love what he's saying.
Yeah. And we're seeing other effects of hate speech. I mean, it could cause people to want to self-unalive, or, it just has a really bad effect on people's mentality and just their mental state in general. So it's really, really just harmful, ruining people's reputations.
Exactly.
Hate speech that might not even be true. It's just slander. And it just hurts people's reputation. Because now he's calling for policymakers and tech leaders to actually prioritize regulation and safety online, as well as not turning their digital platforms into a source of harm.
Yeah.
So this really aligns with the UN's call for creating a safe and inclusive digital environment.
I love it. Regulation over censorship.
Period. But also regulation over just for. It's time for sports.
My favorite segment.
Let's go.
Especially after this
Let's
weekend.
go.
For all of those that are watching, we hope that you guys are familiar with the hashtag GGMU. And do you know what that stands for?
I don't really care.
Yeah, it's Glory Man United. Welcome. This is a sports update with myself and Bashir, the biggest Arsenal fan out there.
It's been a minute.
And the man said, you know what?
We're doing an update in 2025.
2025?
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a nice
I love it. I love that this is the update we're doing in 2025.
Yeah.
Because since 2025,
Yep.
Manchester United is unbeaten.
I'm telling you.
Something that Arsenal cannot say.
I'm telling you.
However,
Yes,
this man said, you know what? I will appear, I will wear a white shirt on a Monday, and I'll pull up and I'll talk about my favorite team. And that's what we're going to start with. Right after that, we'll be talking about our guys the other side in Spanish football, right? Because it was a massacre,
As expected.
Yeah, not as expected.
Not as expected.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes.
So let's talk about the expected one.
Okay.
We expected that Manchester United will thrash these guys that call themselves Gunners. I don't know which one it is. And last night, we saw a thriller of a game. We saw Amorim go against your guy, Arteta.
I mean, coming into this game, basing on our last games, it wasn't really going to be an easy one for us. And basing on how United has been performing, United has been impressive. Obviously, they slug a bit, then they come on, form and they are here and there. But looking at Arsenal's, not just the form, the team.
Yeah.
We basically do not have a striker, guys. That's one of our biggest problems. Even when you look at yesterday's game,
what do you call Jesus?
Jesus is not someone you can rely on. Look, Jesus had disappeared for what?
Nketiah?
Listen, Nketiah is not in Arsenal anymore. He loaned him. So listen, Jesus had disappeared for how many game weeks? He just came in and surprised us with a few goals. However, it's still someone you can't rely on. So
Arsenal, you have them, but they are
basically poor. Arsenal needs a striker. We can't be relying on one striker, which is Jesus. We need three to two strikers. We need strikers. That's the most important.
Man City has one striker. Who's the top scorer?
Oh, that's Haaland. Who doesn't know him? He's a Viking, man. He was even
scoring.
So
having more strikers is not an excuse.
Having a good striker is the better thing. Someone who can easily get through the net and all that. Man United has also suffered many times like that.
You have Jesus, we have Højlund. Why did we win that game?
How many times have you seen Jesus on his form?
I have actually seen him on form.
How many times?
Does Jesus
He
not
only
have a hat
comes. He
trick
only
this
comes
season?
in. Listen, he's a player like what Rashford, who comes in once in a while, he'll score goals, then disappears, and for like.
Will you attribute your failure to the fact that you guys do not have your star boy?
We just need a better striker. That's it.
It's not about the star
when you
boy.
look at the other sectors of Arsenal's team, everything is okay. Defensively okay, the midfield is okay, so we just need a better striker. That's it.
Arsenal signed Gyökeres. Do you know that? What are you saying? If Arsenal signed Gyökeres, right, a striker of Haaland's magnitude, would you say that you would win the Premier League trophy?
You see, having a striker of Haaland magnitude doesn't guarantee you winning a Premier League. Even if United had Haaland, there was no chance you guys were going to qualify for the Champions League. There was no chance United would ever qualify for the Champions League. You still remain a mid-table team. You get.
There's a high chance.
You
said your problem.
You'll be battling
is
for
you
this.
don't have a striker.
You'll be battling for
because you're both of the league.
You'll be battling for this league game. You get. What are they called? Carabao, FA. You'll be fighting for.
And you're going to bottle it.
By and large, United won. Obviously, they went to penalty shootouts, and obviously, Calvert's missing out on that penalty. Something.
I've squeezed you. I've squeezed you.
Something that he intended by the Calvert. If he catch you, you will know.
So Kai Havertz basically bottled. You know, he threw the whole game away because we saw so many chances in extra time where he could have converted, but he has a bent foot.
That's what I told you. That's why Arsenal needs someone who can really focus and score goals for Arsenal. There are not so many.
Someone said Arsenal entered this game with 12 men, referee wearing the shirt number 12, right? But I think they actually entered that game with 11 men. As much as the referee was on their side, Kai Havertz was playing for Manchester United, and that man right there was our man of the match. Kai Havertz. What do you have to say?
Guys, Manchester United faces Leicester next. Your next week's
I like your name ends with IR. There's a guy called Bayandir. Do you know that name?
Yes, he's a Turkish man. He's a Turkish man. He's the Manchester United goalkeeper. Shout out to him.
He's a giant.
I mean,
of a keeper.
Shout out to him. He did an amazing job. There are some of those penalties Onana could have never saved.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. He really did an amazing job throughout the game. So
they were not bad penalties. He was just a great keeper.
And besides, man, why is Odegaard taking up penalty when we have Jorginho inside?
Okay, so to the other side, Hansi Flick, 100% record in finals. And he showed us yesterday that there's no chance that is going to be reducing.
You know, after yesterday's sorrows of Arsenal, that was how I consoled myself. Obviously, Paris had already won over the weekend. And then Barcelona picking a massive win against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Is it even still real anymore?
Or it's Real.
Oh, is it Real?
Los Blancos.
They're no longer Los Blancos. They're blankets now.
Yeah, but we saw the Los Blancos try to revive the game.
There is nothing.
As Barcelona chose to have a train, not a bus.
The guy started a lot of intense pressure. Mbappe scoring first goal.
Beautiful goal. Amazing goal.
Undisputed.
And then Rafinha said, "Hold my cup."
Went to Lamine Yamal first said first went to Lamine Yamal. He first scored that one. Then we get a penalty. I think Lewandowski converted.
Yeah, Lewandowski converted that.
But shout out to Rafinha though. If you see Rafinha at Barcelona and him, the Rafinha that was at Premier League, you see there's a better difference.
No, there's no difference.
No,
I would say that the Rafinha that played for Leeds is the Rafinha we now get to see.
He's playing with
that
the better
Barcelona
team, so
team.
he's now better.
Yeah.
He's playing with the better team.
He's just playing with the better team.
The quality of players
the
quality of players that were at Leeds can't be compared to the quality of players at Barcelona.
And even
also,
when he was at Leeds, he was on everybody's
also,
FPL team because that guy there is a champion.
But no one would have him for the entire season. Right now, someone who is playing FPL fantasy for the Spanish league, you don't think about taking him off.
You know what they said?
Yeah.
He has gone past. Arguably, I mean, people have argued that Vinicius Junior should have won the Ballon d'Or. Now, Vinicius Junior's stats have already been surpassed by Rafinha this season. Imagine that.
Yeah, I don't even agree with the people who thought Vinicius was going to win the Ballon d'Or. First of all, he's very indisciplined, that man. But yeah. Moving forward.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Real Madrid lost. Very important news. The world is happy. Real Madrid should keep losing. I mean, yes, there was no excuse. And they were not in Spain. They were not in where they were playing home away from.